Hello there, welcome to my channel. This video will be describing my interpretation of what it's like to get into voice acting, so yeah, here we are. Hi, I'm an aspiring new voice actor. Let me tell you about my journey so far. So, when I had the first idea of voice acting, it was scary. I thought it was stupid. I thought the entire idea of voice acting was stupid. I thought like every other person, why aspire for the moon when you've got what you have now? But I thought, why not give it a try? What's the worst that can happen, And I didn't know where to begin. I really didn't. And to be honest, the voice acting industry is very difficult to get into, I'd say. Very, very difficult. Not to mention the fact that mainly for voice acting, you have to be in LA, which is, for a British man, it's like, I don't know. It's very difficult. But, it is what it is. But even though there is these voice acting companies and websites such as iwanttobeavoiceactor.com, you really have to want to do this because it's hard. It's hard to get any form of help. It really is, because sure, you can join these Discord servers and sure you can get text messages from these guys and they will tell you what to do, sort of, but it's a lot of the time it will just be read this long article, and me with ADHD, it's very difficult. I know that's oh boo-hoo, but it's for me it's I would much rather be in a call with somebody and have them be okay, no, what's your problem with this? And then I'll explain it to them, and then they can be oh, okay, I get that, and then we can work from there. But it's there's not many people that want to do that, because even though there's Discord servers, like I said, what's it, Voice Acting Club, it's I've joined them before and I've sent messages in saying oh hey, it's good, would anyone like to join a call maybe, because I find these things a bit too difficult to read, right? Because it's a white background with black text on it, and my eyes don't really, it's not very nice to look at, to say the least. And I just thought, hey, it'd be a lot better, and I'd honestly prefer it if there was if I knew somebody who was in voice acting, or has had some experience to help me get off my feet, But yeah, I don't know. It's I'm sure I'm not the only one with this take, and I'm sure that a lot of voice actors and professionals will be oh, well, I started by not knowing anything and I worked all out myself, and it's okay, I get it, but it's I just think that for new people getting into this industry, we need to put a bit more support in there, because it just seems it's all very luck based, and it's sure that's what a lot of the acting industry is, and it's this is just me complaining, but I don't know. Honestly, I would prefer a little bit more help, and yeah, but that's just my take on that. But after all that confusion, I was lucky to find the Casting Call Club. It's this online website, which is wonderful, by the way, you should go there. And I managed to set myself up an account, and it was great. But you may be thinking, what the fuck is a Casting Call Club? And let me tell you, it's an amazing website where people who have projects and people who need voice actors post. And it ranges anywhere from NSFW content to just normal voice acting content. It's great. It's like a haven. It's great. And you go on there, and it's where people like me, aspiring voice artists, will go. It's great. And it's really, really easy to set up your profile. I love it. Now you may be thinking, that's all well and good, but how do you actually get onto a project to record your stuff? Well, it's actually super easy. All you have to do to get onto a project is you have to browse. You have to go onto the browse feature, which I'll show in a second. And what you do, you scroll down. All of these new projects that have been released will have a certain date on them of when they're going to be, the deadline is and stuff like that. Make sure you put in your audition before the deadline. And what you can do, you can go and apply for different projects. Okay, simple. But the thing is, right, is when you're a new artist, you thinking, oh well, there's paid ones. Of course, I want to do the paid ones, because why wouldn't I? Money. We all like money, but it's you want to start off with the but you want to start off with the projects which are free, you know, the non-paid ones, because what you're going to have to realize is that people who are going to be wanting you aren't really going to be wanting you, which is sad to think about. But it's like you need to be offering your work for free so you can get the experience that you need for these bigger paying jobs. Okay. And from what I've heard as well, when you eventually do improve a lot, this is what I've been told, so this might not be entirely true, but I think it is. So I've done the research and I'm pretty sure this is what you need to do. So eventually what will happen is that you will be given a no, you won't be given anything, but what will happen is that you will feel that you are ready enough, and what you can do, you can put together a little thing called a demo reel. And this is a little conglomeration of all the different voices you can do, which your voice box can manifest. Amazing. But yeah, so what you do, you get this demo reel, and then you can go to these agencies and get an agent. Which, what you need to do, you can't just like pay an agent and be like, yes, get me into these jobs for me, please. Thank you very much. What you need to do, you need to apply by sending in your demo reel, and eventually if someone feels like, yes, they have talent, they'll pick you up and be like, yes, I'm your agent now, pay me. And what will happen is you can then, they'll get you jobs. It's really cool. That's from what I've heard, but that might not be entirely true. There's pretty sure there's some truth in that, but I'd Google it if I were you, and I'd watch some videos on it. But yeah. Well, now you found your project that you want to be on. Amazing, right? A free project, hopefully, if you're new. And what you need to do, you need a microphone. A decent one, like I've got here. It's a pretty decent one for a new one. For a new person like me. And people like you. And it's great. But what you need to do, you need to get a decent microphone and a area. Like, well, I suppose mine's very open, but that's fine. You can do some processing to cut your background noise out. But you need to have limited background noise for that to really make the quality of the audio be fine. But what you need as well, preferably not what I've got, because yes, I do just like sit here and talk into this microphone. It's great, but it's like what you need to really have, realistically, is a really noise dampening area. So if you have like a closet, what you can do, you can get into this closet and you can put your microphone in there and put clothes around you, so all the audio doesn't bounce. It gets absorbed by the clothes, right? So you get a very like podcast sounding mic, which is great. And then what you can do, you can get this software called Audacity. Amazing software. That's where I record all of my stuff. Phenomenal. And that's where actually a lot of your favorite artists will actually record a lot of their stuff. It's really, really helpful project. And what you can do on there, there's a little thing where if you go to one of the tabs, you can get to a noise cancellation, and what you can do dampening. So you can, if you have your computer running in the background, which I do most times, you can have the noise of that cut out, and it's amazing. And that little bit of post-processing is amazing, because they'll normally tell you not to, but if you just like don't tell them, and what you do, you just get rid of the noise in your software, they won't notice. It's amazing. But yeah, so what you do then is what you got to do. You got to record your lines on this thing, and I would recommend doing an AABBCC format. And what you're probably wondering, what the fuck is that? What did you just say to me? Those are just letters. And it's like, yeah, but what you got to realize, what you originally have in mind for this character might not always be what this person wants. And what you need to do when you're applying, when they'll give you 3 lines of dialogue for you to say most times. And what you need to do, you need to read this line twice, one in like one tone and one in the other tone. So say it's like a line of like, "Hi, I'm your big brother." You go, "Hi, I'm your big brother," or "Hi, I'm your big brother," you know, like stuff like that. Or just simple stuff like happy, sad, or stuff like that. Changes in emotions, great. But you do that with every single line, and that's how you get a decent enough like audition, right? And that seems to work. That's my advice. It works a lot of the time, and it's really great for giving the creator a decent idea of your capabilities, right? So I would do that, And if you're thinking, oh, well, what do they want for this character? Oh, well, I'll show it on screen now. You'll actually see most times they'll have a little section where it says, oh, male teen, or like upbeat, or stuff like that. And that's how you get like a general gist of the characters. But if that isn't enough for you, what you can do most times is that other people would have applied for this role, and you can actually see their auditions. Most times you can actually see their auditions, it's great. And you click down on the little drop-down menu, and there should be a few people who have auditioned, and you can take a look at their auditions and see if you can mimic their voices if you agree with what voices they are doing for this character. It's great. But yeah, so that's all I've been doing at the moment, and it's been great. I don't have any real complaints, other than the fact that most of the time you will not get a rejected, or you will not get like a, oh, sorry, sorry dude, oh, we couldn't get you here because you just weren't good enough. No, they just won't say anything. They will just accept someone else and ignore the rest of the people who have auditioned. Most time you will not get a, oh, sorry, you've been rejected. Okay, you need to get used to that. You will be talking into the void a lot, and that's okay. That's okay, but that should bring you confidence, because when you eventually get these roles, you will feel amazing, okay? But the thing is, what you've got to realize is you have to do these shitty roles where it's not the best, and it's gonna be bad, but it's fine. If you have to be okay with being cringe, and that's another video topic I will get onto in a later one. So that's all I've got to say on that, and you've all been great. Thank you for listening to me. And if you want to drop a follow or a like, that'd be really, really, really cool. Have a nice day. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you liked the video. I apologize for the whining, but it really needed to be said. Well yeah, so that's me signing out. Peace.